Almost. There we go. Let's go for a buggy ride. Check things out. The old buggy needs some work done on it. I think it's running a little rich. So we're going to check on pig 1 and 2. See how the feed situation is. They're up here eating now. Okay. Time for more feed. We're going to get some protein pellets and add in this time. Check the water. Yeah, they're good on water. I wanted, we disced this up. I wanted to walk out here in this field, see if we were going to be getting any volunteer like we did out there. But I don't think we are. So, we're gonna have to get us some rye seed and some turnips and sow this in. Pretty, there's not much green coming. Thought there might be, but there's not much out here. So, grasshoppers. We'll, I don't know if I want to wait just a little while yet. Might wait a couple weeks, but we've got good moisture. You can see moisture in there. It's good moisture, so I hate to lose the moisture. Maybe I'll look at the forecast and see what it's supposed to do as far as rain or not, but we'll hop in the buggy and drive back in here, see what it looks like back there. Could maybe sow that on Saturday morning, but I think I'll wait a week because these grasshoppers, they're just gonna, look, they're still pretty prevalent. There's one right there, all over. All right, we'll see if this thing's gonna start up. We're gonna drive back there. shut this off where you guys can hear me. There's actually some volunteer, and this is what I thought would happen out there in that other field. You can see volunteer coming out here right there. So I mean, there's quite a bit of it, but if I buy rye seed, see the dadgum grasshoppers. If I buy rye seed, it's those yellow ones like that right there. And a whole bunch of those. Not many deer tracks out here though, but if I buy rye seed, I might as well get enough to plant this too. And there's a little volunteer, but not very much. So some right there. I think we'll plant it. We'll just plan on a week from this Saturday. What we'll shoot for. Hopefully things aren't dried out by then. So, yeah. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this. We bought this 9 acres. So this is our farm here. We own, we started out with 20 acres there. Then we've bought going back west. But this 9 acres came up for sale. It's just across the fence north from us. And the guy who had it before me had, and I keep pigs in the pen that he had pigs in. I didn't build this pen. It was here on this on this 9 acres when we bought it. But he had a farrowing out, operation. And there's farrowing huts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably a dozen or so farrowing houses. And he had electricity strung out here, water, there's water. It's not anymore, but it was at one time. And he had a pretty good size little pig operation going back in here. So the water that I have right over there, I ran from our water well. That's back over here. I ran it out across here. So there's obviously no water from the water well that used to feed this is back up this way. But this here's a neat feed. The last bunch of pigs I had, I fed them out of this feeder. So pretty neat feeder. And so the pigs can't get back over in here. And we might, tell you what, we might open it up where they can, because there's a little bit of green stuff over here they could be getting to. Walk around the fence and see, but I've had pigs in here last batch and they stayed in. So we might get in the buggy and drive around there and open it up and let them over in here if they want to get in here. So last bunch of pigs I had, I actually got a hot fence charger in the chicken house, and I ran hot wire down along here and across and let the pigs graze out in that field. I had some Mangalitsa hogs and we had turnips out there, or what was it? Maybe turnips, but you know what? I'm not gonna let them in. Well, I don't know. They're gonna root that around because I still haven't gotten that plug in there. But I mean, they still got some, if they're wanting some green, there's green stuff right back in here. But I'll see if I can't order that plug. We should. I know I was going to, but I never did. What we would do is we'd have to take this panel down right here. So I'm gonna keep them where they are, second thought. So they're doing all right. There's rye growing in here they haven't really touched. Hello, pig one. Yeah. Comes pig two. We'll leave them where they are. All right, we got to clean up in here. Another thing that I don't talk about and never do, but maybe someday. All right, you guys, thanks for going along doing chores. Not much to do really, but it's done. Get pig feed tomorrow. All right. You know, what happened to Charlie ain't right. Civil discourse needs to be civil. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thanks for watching.